Okay,
Hi.
hi. So let's get started. So we'll be seeing zones today. Did we start zones or we didn't, right? We just saw
Yes.
overtimes. We didn't start zones, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I covered fixed rules. So I told you why we use fixed rules to determine what your pay period is and to determine where your hours are going to fall. Like if you start today and if you end tomorrow, do you want the hours to be in today's date or tomorrow's date or the date you have worked more number of hours? So we'll see what zone is. So zones, zones are a part of the work rule building blocks and they are assigned in the work rules. So it is also defined in the combination rule and it is also used in the pay code distribution. So this is going to determine how an employee is going to get paid. So we can create some zones, where we will have an idea where some type of situations like you can create a zone called as the weekend zone that contains Saturday and Sunday. So when an employee is going to work on a Saturday and Sunday, you can use that zone to pay him differently. Similarly, you can create holidays and you can create zones for them. So you can create rules and tell if an employee is going to uh, work on a holiday, he's going to get some pay. If he's not going to work on a holiday, he's not going to get some pay or some overtime. So those are the common scenarios of zones. I'll go ahead and I'll explain you some of the important. Okay, consider a zone. You can create zones when you have worked overnight, a night shift, or a Saturday, or a Sunday, or a holiday. So there are some companies that pay employees some extra money when they work at non-traditional times. So by non-traditional times, I mean either a night shift or a Saturday, Sunday, or working on a holiday. So they're typically willing to pay a premium rate. So if you're going to pay 20 rupees in your normal hours, you'll be paying some 40 or 50 rupees in this premium house. So when this occurs, the employee is paid more to work during this specified span of time. So zones are used to pay a premium for working a span of time, and overtime rules are used to pay a premium working for more than the given number of hours. Like if they're going to work more than 40 hours this week, then you can have a weekly overtime to determine and pay them some extra amount. So similarly, zones are used to pay premium amount for working on Saturday or Sunday or a holiday, something that's not the usual thing. So zone premium pay can be as much as two times the employee's base rate of pay or an additional amount per hour. So some common zones we create are like evenings, we can call it as a night or weekend, and the holidays. So in order to do this, we have to understand something called as okay. So the first option here is consecutive days worked. I will come back to this. So the second one is holidays. So for holidays, you will be creating holidays here in the pay under the payroll. I don't know why, but this holiday, this is called in the zone, but it's created as a separate independent thing. So when you work on a new project, the first thing you will be doing is you'll be setting up a label. You'll be setting up your labor levels, the 7 labor levels, and then you'll be doing your holidays. So you'll be setting up some holidays. I have some holidays here in the system like Christmas, or these are all the US related holidays. So I just have this. So when I select holidays, it's going to automatically populate all the holidays for me. So I will select which all holidays I want based on the region that I am in. So that is the holiday zone. So days of the week is basically you select Saturday and Sunday and call it the weekend zone. And there's something called as daily shift differential. So we'll see what this daily shift differential means. So consider consider an evening shift and a night shift. So in your evening shift, you'll be working from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and your night shift is from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I can have a scenario where employees are earning a higher rate of pay when they work during a specific time during the day. So the most common daily shift differentials are your evening and your night shifts. So depending on the company, the evening shift may be from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. or 11:30, and the night shift is from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 7:30 p.m. So these times differ from company to company, and so we'll have some extra rules. So for demonstration, I'm just going to have these two uh, shifts for me. So we will have to identify what all shifts are going to be paid at a different rate. So we'll see how shift differential is going to get paid, like how premium is going to get calculated. So consider my shift from 2:30 and 11 p.m. Okay, so if my condition is I have to calculate how much premium is earned. So what my shift differential here means is how many minimum hours within the zone I have worked, and what is the start and end time. What is the start and end time? So I'll say start and end is 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Minimum hours is minimum hours within the zone is within zone is 4. Okay, so this is my shift. So in this example, the evening shift is from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and an employee must work a minimum of 4 hours within this time frame. There is no automatic mail deduction right now. So the employee is clocking in at 2:30 p.m. and he is working until 11 p.m. So how do you think the hours will be calculated? I'll show one example. The rest I'll want you to solve it for me. So since the evening shift is running from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and the employee must work a minimum of 4 hours within this frame, no automatic deduction. So the employee is clocking in at 2:30 and he's leaving at 11 p.m. So the employee is going to earn 30 as regular and 8 as shift differential. So the employee started work before 3 p.m. Right? So that half an hour is my regular. Is my regular. So, and 8 hours is my evening shift. Shift differential is 8. Okay, so the employee started working before 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Right? So those hours are paid at regular. Since the employee worked more than 4 hours between 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., they earn the evening shift differential for the time worked between 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So, so um, So this setup is simple. You will specify the minimum hours or minimum zone within the shift. You will tell your qualifier to be based on if he should work within that time, or he must start work before or after, or if it's an unscheduled shift. So you see something called as expansion margin here. So what that means is, so I have a regular of 30 minutes, right? So this employee has logged in 30 minutes before his scheduled time. So I can decide to pay that 30 minutes as his premium pay as well. So if I want to do that, I will be mentioning that in my qualifiers, like how many minutes can he be early and how many minutes can he leave late. Okay, so that is a daily shift differential. So let's do one more example. I'll choose an easy one. So yeah, the same 2:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Start and end is same 3 p.m. to 11. Minimum hours within the zone is also 4 hours. I'll just say that my expansion margin is going to be expansion margin both early and late is going to be 30 minutes. Okay, so can you tell me what the evening shift differential is going to be in this case? I'll explain expansion margin once again. So expansion margin is used to extend the amount of premium pay an employee can receive as long as their punches are within the margin that we tell. So if I'm going to say 30 minutes, it means that he can work anywhere between 2:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Within that, he must have this 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. worked, and his minimum hours within the zone should be 4 hours. So in this example, the evening shift is from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. He's worked from 2:30 to 11, but his zone timings is 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. He must work minimum of 4 hours within the range uh, to get those 8 hours premium. There is no meal deduction. Can you try and answer this for me? Can you tell me what the evening shift differential is?
8 hours?
There's also an expansion margin.
8 hours 30 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Okay, so since I said there's an expansion margin of 30 minutes, this 2:30 to 3 is also considered for that, and he's going to get 8 hours 30 minutes at his premium rate, not as normal. The 30 at normal is also going to be uh,
Hello?
yeah.
Ma'am, I can understand that minimum hours within June. Can you explain once again that?
So my shift differential is going to be 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I'm going to say my start has to be from 3 p.m. and it has to end at 4 p.m. So within that time, the employee must have worked at least 4 hours. The minimum hours within the zone should be at least 4 hours.
Okay.
So that is the minimum hours.
Okay.
Okay. Are you clear? Like if you have any question, let me know. I'll answer it for you.
Okay.
So you're going to tell a start and end time. It can be any time, and you're going to tell at least this person should work this minimum time within the time I say. Only then I'll pay the whole shift as the premium. Otherwise, I'm not going to pay him as premium. So that is the minimum hours. So let's see one more example. So I'm logging in at 2:15 p.m. and I'm logging out at 11 p.m. With the same conditions. Tell me what is going to happen. Um, you have to tell me the regular hours and the evening shift.
Regular hours is 45 minutes,
Yeah.
but evening shift differential is 8:30 hours.
No, only 8 hours, right? You are already giving 45 minutes in regular, so remaining is only
Okay.
8, right? So the employee has started to work outside of the expansion margin in this case. So the time before 3 p.m. is not calculated as your premium pay. So he's only going to earn premium for uh, the time that his zone is actually calculated. So that's 8 hours in this case. Um, 1 minute. So let's see one more. So I'm logging in at 2:30 p.m. and I am going out at 6:30 p.m. So what is going to be the regular and shift differential?
Uh, Regular is 30 minutes,
Okay.
but I think in this shift differential is zero because we
Mm.
add
Mm.
minimum hours zone is 4 hours.
Yeah, so from 3 p.m. He's only worked till 6:30 p.m. So that's only 3.5 hours of the minimum hours requirement. So he's not qualifying for the zone. So he is not going to get any premium pay. So all the amount is going to go to regular.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do one more. So I'm going to log in at 3 p.m. and I'm going to log out at 11:45 p.m. So I think this is easy. This is something we have done similar to this. So what's going to be the shift differential and what's the regular?
Regular is 45 minutes
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and shift differential is 8 hours.
Oh, awesome. Superb. Okay. You're both okay with this, right? I see only one of you answering. I'm not sure if you're discussing and answering, but I hear only one of you answering. You're both okay with this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's go back to setup. I'll explain you the.
Actually,
Sorry, Ronali?
my network connection is poor, so that's why I'm
No problem. No
disconnected for a
problem.
few minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you want me to repeat?
Okay. No, no, it's okay.
Did you see this? Did you see the last example? Were you able to understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's see what this setup looks like. So generally we give a name that we can identify, and it's better if. So usually, what happens is when you are in a company, you will either be giving rules, you will be creating rules for states or like for the type of people. So it's either by location or by people. So by location, what I mean is it can be like for people working in Chennai, I'll be paying like this. For people working in Orissa, I'll be paying like this. For people working in Maharashtra, I'm going to be paying like this. So in that case, what you can do is you can create a zone, like you can call it daily shift differential, and you can name it as daily shift in Chennai or Maharashtra or Orissa, something like that. So it'll be easy when you create your work rules and your pay rules. So be sure that the name doesn't confuse you. So when you go to create a work rule, you'll have so many items to select. The options will be so many, so you cannot come back to your zones to check what each and everything is, right? So in that case, when you name it, it's going to it's going to be helpful for you. So you'll give an appropriate name. You will select the type of zone that you want. So we have selected daily shift differential because we want employees to earn a higher rate of pay for working during a specific time during the day, like my evening shift or my night shift. So the start and end times are the only required settings in this zone rule. The remaining qualifiers filter which employees can earn this shift differential over time. So I'll give a start and end time when the employee can begin to earn premium pay and when the pay period ends. So okay, so I'll just leave it as 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. right now. No, I'm not going to save this. I have a task for you, so you will be creating and saving it. You'll receive the document once we are done with our combination and pay code distribution. So you'll be able to create a work rule. So I have to give a start and end time, and then I have my minimum hours. So minimum hours within the zone is, we are using the start and end times in this rule to define the number of hours that must be worked between these times. So if you select minimum hours within shift, so that means the amount of time that an employee's rounded shift length must equal to qualify for the shift differential. Uh, Expansion margins, like we already discussed, it allows the employee to earn a premium rate even if they come a little bit earlier than the start of the zone, and they can leave a little later than the end of the zone. So the time worked in the expansion window does not count towards the minimum hours that must be worked within the zone. So even if you come 30 minutes early, it will not count, because we said we will be having a shift differential from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., right? So if and we can have an expansion margin of 1 hour. So that doesn't mean if the employee is coming at 2 p.m., you cannot start calculating your 4 hours from 2 p.m. You can only calculate those 4 hours from 3 p.m. or whatever time you're going to specify. So this expansion margin is not going to add to those hours, to meet the minimum hours. So however, if the employee is satisfying the minimum hours in the zone and he punches within the early expansion window, this time in the expansion window is earned as the early differential, sorry, your daily shift differential. So if an employee comes in earlier or leaves later than the expansion window, the time outside of the zone is not earned as your DSD time. Like this example. So in this example, we see that he's come 15 minutes earlier than your margin. So the total 45 minutes is getting disqualified. By disqualification, I mean it gets added to his regular hours. So must start and must end work. So these are qualifies. So this early and late, you give them how many minutes they should be, or how many hours they can have as their expansion margins. So in must start and must work, so we select these qualifiers if an employee's rounded punch or schedule is used to compare to your must start and must end works. To enable a qualifier, we must select this option, and we must specify a specific day of time of the day during which the employee must punch in or out. So if you're going to select this option, you can select one or both of the following. You can either select at or after, or you can select at or before. Okay, so in this daily shift differential, it's automatically your unscheduled is only, you can remove this, but these two are getting. Okay, so in your shift differentials, your qualifier cannot be based on your schedule or punches unless I specify something here. Okay, I'll have to check this. So in shift differentials, they're not allowing us to select actual punches or schedule. You can have your unscheduled checked on. So you have to either tell must start work, must end work. It can be either after or before this period. So this qualifier is going to compare the employee's rounded punch or the schedule, and it's going to compare with this time. So it's better to leave it at 12, because it will fall within the shift range. So so once we have selected must start or your start work or end work times, we either have to select punches or schedule to specify whether rounded punches or scheduled start times are compared to the must start and must end times. So if you select unscheduled, this is going to allow unscheduled employees also to earn this type of differential. Like even without a shift, they can earn this premium. So requires approval is, this specifies whether the overtime rules require a manager's approval for all overtime hours. So okay, so I'll do a demo for the 3 p.m. to 11:30 with minimum hours thing. So I'll name this as my evening shift differential. So I'm going to pay uh, differential for this shift, and minimum is 4 hours. So I'm just giving my name as 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. evening and minimum 4 hours. So I'm going to select daily shift differential. I'm going to do 3 and it's p.m. In end it's going to be 11:30 p.m. It could be 11:30. I'll make this as 11:30. Okay, so I have to tell what are the minimum hours within the zone. It's going to be 4, and okay, and I'll just leave it as it is. So I'll save this. So I'll tell my evening zone as 4. I'm just gonna leave everything else as it is. So what this means is, if there is an unscheduled person working in this time, if he is qualifying for this zone, he can get paid. So I'm not going to tell any must start work or must end work. Like, this means that he has to start work at or after 12 a.m. or I'm not going to say anything like that. So he can work any shift, and if he is covering 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Sorry, he can work any shift, and if he is covering 4 hours between 3:30 to 11:30 p.m., he is going to get shift premium for that, for the 4 hours that he works. Or in if he is going to work the 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., like my start and end, he's going to get paid for all those hours. So I'll save and return. For your task, I'll be giving you a night shift that you can work on, a night zone. So let's see what days of the week mean. So in days of the week, so there are some companies where employees earn an extra amount when they work on specific day of the week. So mostly it will be Saturday or Sunday. Um, uh, so when they work on Saturday and Sunday, they can get 2% into 2 times their base rate, or 1.5 times their base rate. So in those cases we use this day of the week zone. So let's see some activities. So in this case I've selected all Monday, Tuesday, so I'll just put it to Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so okay, so I have a shift like this. So I have a shift like this. I'm starting my work at 11 p.m. on Saturday. I'm finishing my work at 7 a.m. on Sunday. So what is happening? I'm also working through midnight over here. So when an employee is working on Sunday, the employee is going to earn double pay. The day divide, or when Sunday begins, is going to be midnight, that we have set in our fixed rules. So all the hours outside the zone are paid as regular. In our example, the zone rule is day of the week. The day selected is Sunday, and the option hours worked between day divides is selected. So the day divide is at midnight. Um, so how do you think the hours are calculated? Okay, I'll probably answer this one and you can do the second one. So my conditions are, what are the day of week zone? It's going to be only Sunday. I'm not going to pay Saturday, only Sunday qualifies for the zone. So my day divide is midnight, and my hours worked between day divides is, I have to calculate this. So in my example, the employee is going to earn 1 hour of regular, 1 hour of regular, and I'm going to pay double overtime if they work any extra hours on the zone qualified for Sunday. So in this case, it's going to be 7. So all the hours that are worked before Sunday or midnight, they are earned at regular, and those worked after midnight on Sunday, but before Monday's midnight, they are earned as double time. So this is because we have selected hours between. Okay. So in this option, I've selected hours worked between day divides. So in that case, my answer is going to be Sunday. So I'll give a task for you. So you tell me what is going to happen
Hello,
if yes.
ma'am. Can you please explain it again?
Okay, I can. Okay, so in my example, an employee is working on Sunday, and if he works on Sunday, he's going to earn double overtime. So the day divide or when Sunday begins is at midnight. Any hour that is worked outside of the zone is regular. So in my example, the zone rule is day of the week, and the day I've selected is Sunday, and my option is hours worked between day divides, which means it's going to divide from midnight. Before midnight, it's going to go regular, and after midnight, it's going to go to my zone. So in this case, I'm coming at 11 p.m. and going at 7 a.m. So before midnight, I have only 1 hour. So it's going to be regular. After midnight on a Sunday, how many hours I have is going to go to my double overtime.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. We'll see one more example. So I have 11 a.m. 11 p.m. to 7 p.m. Again working from Saturday to Sunday through midnight. So the day of the week zone is Sunday, and in this case, the hours applied to is going to be scheduled hours applying to day. So, okay, I'm going to say my hours is going to apply to the day, and if I go to my fixed rule, I'll be able to see that what option I've selected. Like it should be scheduled in day or scheduled out day. So scheduled in day means it's going to belong to the day it's scheduled. The schedule like Saturday. Out day is going to be the schedule that's on your out shift. That's your Sunday. Day with majority hours is which has maximum hours. Your Sunday. The day actually worked. It's on your Saturday. So according to this rule in my zone, how is it going to calculate? So this is the conditions in this example. Yeah, so in this example the same rules are going to accept, except that we have now selected the hours applying to the day in day of the week rule. Like before we did hours work between day divides, right? So it's going to get divided at midnight. Now I'm going to apply in like schedule in day, whatever day the schedule is applied to. So in this case, this zone is going to directly work with the fixed rule. So whatever is there in the fixed rule is going to get applied. So in the fixed rule, I can dictate if the hours apply or get paid, or the scheduled day, I mean like in you're in or out. So how will the hours get paid? Do you want to try or do you want me to answer?
I think total 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. pay for that day.
Okay. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. I'm sorry. Can you say your answer again?
I think the in time is 11 p.m.
Uh huh.
I think 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Uh huh.
Total pay for that day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So what is happening in our situation? I'm saying that I'm having my scheduled in day option selected. So it means that my in day is going to apply to my Saturday. So the zone is going to see if there are any maximum number of hours or any hours that are worked on a Sunday. So the employee has clocked in on. Okay, so in my case, the employee is not going to get any zone because um oh, 1 second. I'm sorry. I think I missed uh okay, I'm sorry. I missed to tell you that the employee is unscheduled, so you will have to answer me based on that. I'm sorry. I confused my notes, so the employee is unscheduled. Okay, so since I have an unscheduled employee, this employee is going to get paid at 8 hours of regular. The employee has clocked in on Saturday, and the fixed rule is set to pay all hours based upon the day the employee was scheduled to arrive. Like the day the employee is clocking in, if they are unscheduled, so all the hours are getting paid as their non-premium pay. Uh, I know this is confusing, but can we connect tomorrow? I will start this over again, this days of week.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we have class tomorrow also, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, and also on
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.